Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, we are continuing with Nigel's Mercedes GLA. We need to get this to the body shop this week. He's coming back from Spain in a few weeks and he wants to come over to me from Spain and then drive it back to his house after he comes back from Spain. So just need to get it sort of pushed along as far as we can this week. I think he's going to the body shop Thursday afternoon. He's going to have it, and then I think the painter's going to take it Monday, and then work. He could probably take 2 or 3 days getting it painted, and he's going to go all over it. I asked him to go all over it with the polisher as well, just give it a good nice buff up and shine. So he's going to do that as well. So yeah, and then when it comes back, we can put all the trims back together on the bumper and stuff, and work out little bits and pieces around the car. So let's get into it. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so we have got some bits and pieces to do today. I want to check that sat nav in there. I'll show you where that is. Where's me bloody torch? Because it's dark. So I found the sat nav, which was, it's like a box and it's in the glove box, but it's at the top. That's why I missed it. I didn't see it. It's right up here, look. So that's where it is. It's right there. And what you do is you push that in and that releases that there. And you pull it out. And it's called this Becker. There is a slot right there. But I don't know, it's nothing in it, but I don't know if it's an SD card or what it is. And you got like a connector there, and you can connect it with a wire to your computer and download the newest maps and software for this sat nav system. Yeah, but I don't know if there's supposed to be a SD card in there. It's very small. I don't think it's a large SD. It's a bit of a strange one really. And you just click it in like that and that's done. There's no SD slot or nothing on there to put the SD card for the sat nav, so I don't know if it's just that. So I might have to do a little bit more digging when it comes to that sat nav side of it, guys. Obviously I want to bring it forward. I want to bring the car over to here in the middle so we can work on the back quarter as well. I've got to pull that trim off that's damaged. I've got to order 2 wheel arches for this side. New ones are just stupidly crazy money, but I might be able to find some second-hand ones that are a little bit better than these. So we'll take all this off, get the bumper, have a look at the sort of behind there and stuff. See if there's anything else needs to be changed or swapped. I don't know if we need any plastics behind there, any like trims, any supports, anything like that. So we've got to look at that. And yeah, just sort of put this back together. I want to put this trim, this lower trim back on, get all that connected up, fit that back on properly. Still waiting for the wing mirror to turn up. So yeah, hopefully it will be soon. I did speak to Nigel this morning, had a good old chat, and he did ask me about the tyres on the front. But you can see it has got some tread. I think it might be an advisory on the MOT, but as long as we get it through the MOT, we don't want to foul basically. So if we get it through the MOT with the tyres as they are, he can get the tyres changed at a later date. He's all right with that. I'm going to do a service, just a basic oil change, because we've got no history with this car, service history. It come with nothing. So it'd be nice just to freshen up the oil filter and the air filter. And then, again, later on, he can sort of maybe get a major service done down the line, back where he lives over at, Wolverhampton. But, so it's just... This is going to the body shop first to get that back quarter done on Thursday afternoon. He's going to do that on Friday. and then it's going to be painted on Monday. So yeah, let's I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. Got a few bits and pieces to do, and then we'll move it over to here and get on with the back. So yeah, let's do this. Right, yeah, I just thought I'd put it on the ramp. It's just more access. I want to take the back wheels off, just check those brakes on the rear. I think it's all good. I haven't took these off yet, so I need to check that. I don't know about them pads actually. And pads are quite low, so we'll have a look at that. Yeah, and then sort of just start getting the corner here looked at. Get behind here, take this trim off. Gonna have to replace this trim, it's all scratched up. Try and find one. So yeah, have a look behind this bumper if we can. Get this off. Should just pop off. Not a major issue. Just want to have a look just to see how far it did actually push. I'm assuming it's not going to be pushed here, and it was just hit here. Like you can just see it. That's literally the damage. That's it. There's nothing else behind. But we will have a look, guys. Let's take this off and just double check. If it's all good behind there, I'll probably just put the bumper back on and let the guy. Should I leave it off? Or I don't know. Let me just take it off first. Let's have a look. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to think of a few bits and pieces whilst I'm talking to you. Let me set you up. Let's get this look behind and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's set you up. Let's do it. Right, okay guys, getting somewhere now. I'm starting to see behind the bumper itself. So yeah, it does actually look like that vent has it's missed that vent completely, and it's probably started to push in about there, just above the vent, which sort of, you know, you can see there that it matches with this point here. You can see that it's sort of been pushed in. So yeah, that's really good news that it hasn't hit below it. I thought it might have, you know, hit the bumper and the bumper had bounced back out, but it hasn't touched it below, so that's good. But we will need, let me just show you. So bumper to body, there's a bracket here, the black one there that sits there. That's completely smashed in. And that is going to need to be replaced, that bracket there, which is a little piece at the back there, but that's nothing. It just needs doing, you know. But yeah, I'm going to probably just leave the bumper like that as it is. I've took the arch trim off because that needs to be replaced anyway. So I've taken that off. I think I'm going to remove this bottom skirt completely. And I think there's a couple left at the bottom here because it's just hanging down. It just don't seem... Let's just get it out of the way. And in that way, when it comes back from the paint, I can refit it. And there's no... You know, it's less work for the painter, I've got to be honest, because he hasn't got to take that off. You know, if I just take that off, he hasn't got to prep it. So... And it's just, yeah, it's only a couple left. It won't take long. So I'll do that as well. Get that out of the way. What else? Right, okay. So the back brakes, the discs and the pads. The discs has got a very slight lip there, got to be honest. They will probably need changing later on. I don't think they need to be done now. But the pads definitely need changing, guys. Look at that, look. Can you see that? It's like literally, literally like 3 mil left on the pads. So they will definitely need to be done. I'm going to do those whilst it's on this side. We might as well do the back pads now. I've got it coming. I've got oil coming as well. This actually takes quite a lot of oil. This takes like 6.66. I'm sure he said 6.6 litres of oil, which is a massive amount of oil, but you know, it is what it is. It's got to be done. So I've got pads coming, oil coming, oil filter and air filter. So we'll do that as well, and get that done. Yeah, see how far we get today. But you know, the main point of today is obviously to have a look at this back quarter and get as much done as I can ready for the paint shop. So yeah, that's where we are. Obviously, I'm going to clean up all this mess because it's just filth. So I'm going to clean that up as well. But yeah, I have ordered a spare wheel now. So that should go in there, hopefully, fingers crossed. It's only a space saver. So it's not, you know, a full-size alloy wheel. So that should sort of just sit in there. But yeah, we are definitely moving along now with this one. I am thinking as well of removing this bottom trim as well completely, like this bottom piece here, off of the bumper. Because again, he's got to paint the bumper. He's got to paint that side of the bumper. I don't know if he'll probably blend it into this point here, actually. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just sort of creating more work for myself here. Yeah, I'll just leave it on. I'll leave it on, and then he can sort of tape it off and put plastic over it or whatever he wants to do. But yeah, that's actually good news. It's not actually that bad. It's just this top piece here, which I kind of thought it was going to be. So it just needs a little pull out there, a little mess around. Probably take him a day to sort that out. So this is going to the body shop on Thursday night, ready for Friday, and then Friday he's going to spend it on Friday, get it all done. So let's carry on for now. Wait for the pads. I'll remove those now, ready for when the new ones turn up. We'll put them in and carry on. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, let me just cut in here quickly, see what's going on. So, basically, what I found out is that this car, and most cars, most newer cars now, they're electronic on the caliper, and you have to do it on the computer. So, basically, I had to plug in me Autel and go through the system, and you have to, there's a bit of a glare there. But you have to go through, you can see that obviously the rear brake status, and you have to go through that, and you have to press, it says, look, move to assembly position, deactivate to assembly position. So, yeah, once you have to press F1 to move it to assembly position. That's what I did, and it automatically moved it back. It's electronic. It's all electronically done now. So that's what I've done. So now I can sort of juggle it off, and yeah, now it can be removed, and now I can push it back with some pliers. It's just, yeah, it was, otherwise it was holding it, the motor was holding it in there, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's not really a basic system. It's pretty advanced, pretty good. So that's where we are at the minute. I've got all the parts now, all my service parts, oil, brake pads, filters, that's all over there. Going to continue, get these brake pads on, and then I have to press F2 on the computer to let the computer know that the pads have been changed, and it will squash it into place. And yeah, that's how they're done now. So on these newer ones. So let's continue and get these brake pads done, and then yeah, we'll see how far we get. Let's do this. Right, okay, so that is both sides done, new pads. So yeah, you can see that this side wasn't that bad. You still got a bit, but they do seem to be sort of going at a bit of an angle and stuff. It's not really, yeah, it's not great. But the other side seems to have a bit more meat on them. So I'm not quite sure why it's doing that, but this side's even worse. But yeah, this one here, not that one. See, look, it seems like it's going at a bit of an angle and stuff, but and then this is the front bit. You see how close it is. So yeah, there we go. I think that would have been probably a foul on the MOT, but yeah, definitely worth putting these new ones in. So there we go, nice new brake pads on the rear. So basically all we should be able to do now is go back to the computer and press F2, or is it F1? No, F2. So yeah, so when I press this, that should activate these two back brakes and put them into position. Let's try it. So there we go. That is, they're set. They're both set. Wicked. Okay. Right, that's that done. Yeah, very clever. I didn't even realise that obviously you had to do it on the old computer, but there we go. That's that done. Yeah, let's continue. Get this trim off at the side here. Get that removed. Get the wheels back on. Get this connected a little bit safely than what it is. And then just have a general tidy up, a clean up, and get it. Basically, that's going to be. Is that going to be it? Let me see if I can get a little bit of the service done as well. Maybe the filters. Try and get the oil in as well, changed over. Let me try and work on that. It depends on the time, guys. It is cracking along. I did manage to win another project today as well, but it's on reserve. So I'll let you know if they let me have it. They might not, but they might. It's just that game again where they try and come back to me and say, oh, you can have it for this amount of money, and they try and get a bit more out of me, but I'm going to stick to my original bid, and let's see what happens with that one. But yeah, another little project that should be coming to the channel soon, hopefully. So yeah, let's carry on with this one. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys. So, as you can see, the car is now the other way around. We're going to be doing the service. We're going to do the oil change, oil filter, and the air filter. So, yeah, it's just easier that way. So, the back end is there. We're kind of, I'm going to leave it like that. The actual light is connected. So, that's done. And the bumper is a little bit loose, but it's connected, but it's loose. It'll be all right to get it to the body shop and paint shop. So yeah, that's where we are. We've done the pads, rear pads. I've taken off the bottom skirt at the bottom all the way across, and once I get it back from the paint shop, because he's going to paint this wing, door, and back quarter all over that. Once he's all done all that sort of side of it, I can then refit it, clean it all up, refit the skirting, and then, yeah, put it all back, start putting it all back together. So, yeah, that's where we are, guys. Let's crack on with this service. I know a lot of yous were saying about the pedestrian protection thing that's coming up on the dash is to do with the bonnet. It's not to do with the bonnet. It hasn't. If it was deployed on the hinges, you have to change them. You can't just. You can push the pin down, but the actual hinge will stay up. If you know what I mean. There's two parts to it. There's the actual pin that pushes it, the actual hinge up, and then the hinge itself. And the hinge has got a lock on it, and as it pushes it up, it locks it in place. So you know, and you have to replace it. So yeah, it's definitely not that. It's definitely something to do with this front part. It could be just a wire that's broke. Could be just a plug that undone. I don't really know yet. But let's just I want to get the bodywork done, the painting done, that sort of side of it, and then we'll have a look at it whilst we're putting it back together and see if it corrects itself once I sort of start plugging it in. But let's just leave that for now. Let's concentrate doing the service. I'm going to lift it up, drop the oil. Like I said, this takes about 6.5, not sure. But yeah, I've got enough oil to do it. So I've just had it delivered. So let's crack on and get this oil filter and air filter changed. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so that is the service, oil change, oil filter and air filter. The oil filter has 3 little rubber rings that have to be changed. So I've done that, swapped them over. And then this is the air filter. So yeah, it definitely needed to be changed because like I said, we haven't got any service history record with this. But saying that, might be able to find it through Mercedes. Yeah, maybe. Because Nigel is the owner and he's got the logbook, he might be able to contact Mercedes to get some service history on this car. Hopefully he can, fingers crossed, because it'll be nice to sort of have it with it. So yeah, when he gets back from holiday, I'm sure he's watching this video. When he gets back from holiday, he'll be on that, trying to see if he can source some online service history with Mercedes themselves. That'd be good. So guys, that is the service done, and that's kind of where we are now. I've done everything else that I needed to do to it, and it's basically ready for the body shop to do their bit on the back quarter, and then to get it all painted and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's it. Right, let me just quickly show you the bonnet hinges and the bonnet activation switches. This is the bottom part, so that there goes deep down, and it fires up. It fires against the hinge here, and the hinge itself, look, it's got a little mechanism here, and it sort of, as it fires, it opens and pushes the bonnet up away from the windscreen. So yeah, you know, it's something to do with the pedestrians when they get, if you hit someone, you go over the bonnet, and there's less chance of you hitting the glass, basically the windscreen. So that's why they do it. But this has definitely not been activated, this part or this part. So that's what I just want to quickly show you before we end today. So that is the end of today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching what I'm doing on this. So yeah, this is part 3. We'll be continuing it next week, or when it comes back from the body shop, paint shop. And then I'm going to get loads of parts in. The wing mirror should come in. Yeah, see how we go. So that's it for now. Take care. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all the support. Thanks very much.